Yeah, hello everyone. This is our Fsc113 practical logbook, which I'll be teaching how you guys are going to input all your answer and what you need to put there and everything. So I already sent you guys some three PDF. One is project analysis, one is project implementation, and one is project design. So the first one that we'll be doing in the logbook is project design, this project analysis, then project design, then project implementation. So as you can see, this is the old logbook that we are using before, and this is the new logbook that we are using now. So if you don't have your logbook, there's no way you can fill this logbook, and it carries 30 mark from University of Lagos, and you can't buy from anywhere. That's one thing. It comes with the textbook as well. So you fill your name, your details here, and these are the information that we are given in the logbook. General information. The book has to assist you there to keep the record of the laboratory attendance and everything. How you got to be scores, your handwriting, the neatness of the logbook as well. So they have laboratory code and guideline as well. So and they have rules, and using the manual on how to solve it. First of all, the first aspect is problem specification. You need to know what you are trying to solve, what you want to solve. And in this logbook, we are given little questions whereby we are told to create the data, the analysis, the design, and the implementation. They are at the end of the pre-issue report. So then the first one we're going to talk about is problem specification, whereby we have to look at the question given to us, the problem that we are told to solve. That will be the first thing we have to do. Then the second one is analysis. So how we program it using Visual Basics. So and Visual Basics, I'm not sure just about this Visual Basics, those have coding in experience, or just go online on YouTube, watch some videos on how to do those things. Are very simple. They are all bases. What they ask us to do, they are all bases, Visual Basics. And then I meant to do the design. Design is also in various aspects. If you follow the guideline of the manual, reading data, performing necessary computation, and displaying the result, what you actually get when you complete all those coding. So that's about the design. I like the graphics, how it look like. Now when you create the software, how it will look like. We have the back end and the front end. So majority of the web page that we go to, like Facebook, everywhere, those are the front end, what they want you to see, while the back end where it's being code. So your project analysis is the back end, while the project design is the front end, while the petition is write code, test and verify, install, how things gonna go, like how it's being went and everything like that. So number 5 is maintain and update the program. Later on, what going to do, what are any features or anything. Then we have the plagiarism, all that details are in the manual, so you can check it. Then we attended number 1 and number 2 question in the logbook. So number 1 said write a program to calculate the semester grade point average SGPA for the university student requirement, which are: A, the program should accept the student full name, faculty department, matriculation number, and years. Then that's the first thing they want it to be there, like for us to create what they want to see. Second one is it should also be able to accept from the student user a maximum of 8 courses and corresponding units. That means the student must be able to input 8 data, like 8 of their courses, and also their units beside, and they should be able to calculate, enter the score, and finally should be able to give the output to the student that full detail about their SGPA accurate in 2 decimal places. And it should be developed in Visual Basics. You should have a graphical user interface. So, and in this logbook, you can see the first one we have is the analysis. So problem specification, analysis, design, petition appendix 1, appendix 2. So the first one is this problem execution. That is what we are told to do. This is it. So the analysis is what I will be doing now. How we are going to run this. So I'll be writing it. So we already that is project 1 analysis. So we put detail description. As you can see in the PDF that I gave you, I gave you guys I gave you project analysis, project design, project implementation. You click on the project analysis first. There are two things there, project 1 and project 2. While project 1 is SGPA, that should be the one we should write under project analysis 1. So that's what I'm doing. So you can see very clearly. So the first thing we should write in the project description is number 1, program should prompt. That means I'm trying to describe what they are supposed to do. The program should prompt the user to enter. So if we want to create the project, what should we be expecting? That's what we are going by analysis. So if I'm collecting the data and trying to analyze what is it like, what does it look like. So that is then under this is if the program should prompt the user to enter, what will it see? So the first one that we wanted to see is user details. Then under the user details, which are given in the problem specification, is full name. You should be able to the user is able to enter the full name, their faculty, department, matric number, and year, and the year is got into school. Why second detail that will be required is course being offered. Courses being offered per semester. So then the next one we'll be talking on will be obtained marked in each course. Why next one will be the unit as we've been told in the program specification, the unit for each course. This is what we'll be doing, and the second aspect that we'll be doing as well is that we'll be looking into is the program should use as if. Now I'm saying how it's being used. If majority of us, I don't know if majority have gone into program before using Visual Basic, and SA is like a repetition. It's an array code, like repetition, just trying to make things more simple for encoding. Statement or nested. In Visual Studio Code there is nested as well. Nested if. So there are different statements in every coding aspect. Sometimes we have for loop, we have for loop, we have while loop, we have do while loop. All this one, they are all in the Visual Basic. The grade, so tell me the grade of the determine the grade of the student, and we display it on the screen. The condition of the if statement should be okay. Now what we want the if statement, the if statement to do. The if statement is one that that embody all the old if, you know. So what we want it to program it to, the first thing that you want it to do is if student score greater than 70, then grade equal to 5. Unit. So I'm telling it the program, if a student got 17, then it should grade 5 units. That means any score that above 70, 80, 75 to 100, it should grade at 5 units. So it doesn't matter even though it's 78.5, it's being programmed like that. It won't change, and this function won't write for any other function except for this in the coding. Then number 2, if student score greater than 60, score less than 70, then grade is equal to 4 units. So the next thing that you write is number 3, which is if student score greater than equal to 50. This sign means or score or and score 60, then grade equal to 3 units. This sign we merge it together. That is multiplication, but encoding is to move together. So 4 if student score greater than 45, score less than 50, then grade equal to 2 units. Then 5 if student score greater than equal to 40, score less than 45, then grade equal to 1 unit. Why the one for this last one is if student score less than 40, then grade equal to 0. That is the second step that we will be coding. Why the store step? These are steps for us that we use for the coding. That's what they mean by analysis. What we actually want to do with to solve the problem specified. So number 3 is store step that we're doing. What if it now we are saying what if we're doing now is it will calculate the SGPA by summing all the grades and diving it by the total number of units. Why the fourth step, which is why will be the last step, is that the program should show an output of the student details with the SGPA. So that is the first thing that we do in the first analysis. Now we will go into the second phase. Now this is the design part. This is what we have to draw in our design page. Since we are not putting it or joining it together, so you have to draw this. Let's put all the details there, all these details. Now, as you can see, over here is the course has been described in the first analysis, the first step. These are the scores listed, and the scores listed, and the unit of all is here as well. This has already blocked it. So you can see that. Okay, let me see you'll see my name, Balaji Jimo Adigun, estate management. That's a mistake. It's not 190. I'm not 90. I mean a mistake. That's type error. So that's the type I put there. That's why I put it like that. So 190, 50, 20, 44. My GPA was 4.0. I should have seen that. I'm not 4.0, but this semester I'm gonna make it big. So this other detail of me has been sorted in the analysis. So this I want it to look like the design. So these are program. These I want this very social it out. This are gonna look like when it's being done, and others one will follow as well. So I'll show you the flow chart now. Flow chart. So this is the flow chart. I don't know. I can't see it very well. I see the flow chart. So this is how the as if being used as if the if statement. So I can see here if the score is equal to 70, if the score is equal to 60 and score 70, the grade is equal to 5, 4, and then GPA should give a unit of it as well. So this is how it's going to be run in the back end. Anybody that's operating this the software with you won't see is that this is how it's being run. This is the back end. So they will be saying the other side of it. So and others one are here as well. So 70 and the rest and then like that. So this is first flow chart of it as well. So So I want all of us to draw our design as being described in what I showed you, and make sure you put your data, everything, run it out, and let's see how you actually did it as well. So all this data I've already run the program, which is already run, so just for you to just run your own and implement it. So I'm going to show you the code of how I did it as well. So the one I show you now is for design. Just draw the flowchart in here and put the other one in here as we're going to display. That's going to design and put the flowchart here. And so now I'm going to the implementation, the coding aspect. This is the most important aspect of it. So how you code and everything, how you want your code to be run, how you want people to say how the miracle of what you did is actually produce the design of the project analysis that you made. So I've written the code there down for you. What I started with and now is doing on. So this is the code. I think the code is long, so let me just say I'm going to make it short. So we have two coding aspects. Some people write the code is very long if they're not using the Fsc for all this short code array and looping all those things. The code will look now. Why some people they are very good, they make it more simple. So I'm starting with the public form 1. So these are I created the how to input the forms. So all those are how to input the courses. That's it. So we all know that what actually start visual code is dim. So we have I limit G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, G7, G8. Then input the total grade. So these are the course code, like the course code. Total unit. I have total unit, and I put them as integer. What are integer and the number? So I make another dim. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8. About the light back as integer. This one I'm doing is for project 1, STPA project 1. So you have to have that in mind. So then we have another public function grade. I'll still show you my project design as well after this. So let me just go to the coding aspect. And one thing about coding is that once you make error, maybe capital error, those things, they won't work. they won't work. So writing coding is not that sweet than you coding with your hand and also inputting by yourself and trying to have fun with it. So it make you be more part of you, something like that. And if you're writing code, your dim must be in the same place with other dim. I made a mistake here. While your if else must be in the same place. So that's one thing to very cautious. And if you're writing that if, because we did this why we're writing that if else if f, that is nested if, is for us to it to be under the pause else. So that is to be under here a little bit after the e, last e of else. So if as you can see, I'm trying to maintain where I wrote is f, and also the return are there on the same page. I don't know, maybe because I've been coding it before, so that makes me more conscious of how I write it down. So I'm trying to follow the line. So coding is very sweet. Assuming you're on the laptop, it will set by itself once it continues pressing enter. Since it's not the first time you are running it or trying to operate it, it will be more okay. I'm adding this if and I'm adding this if as well. Doing the end else is still on that if. So making another public function. Okay, we end if and we end else as well. End function. I made a mistake. We need to end function first. Yeah, end function. So before we make public function, because the function is here first. This function here. Coming another public. Let's see. It looks somehow. this is the code. There's no more space, so I have to now do this. So I put this here. This is for the course code limit and the other. I'm gonna put it back. So I put continue in P26. The code is very much, so yeah, if you have to use the other side and there's no question in. So this is I put this P26. So now let me show you the project analysis that I did. So this is the design. As you can see, I try my best. Not that easy. Just sketch your website, so you can do your design how you want it to look like. So depending on how you design this for question 1 analysis, design the process of design. Same to people then the coding, while the coding. So yeah, that is for question 1. Yeah. So we do the same thing for question 2. So I'm coming. Let's go to question 2. So at this question 2, they told us to find the Pythagoras theorem said that the sum of the square of the side of the right angle of the right triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So they gave us an example how it will look like, and they say we should generate by using formula by using the following formula that is here. And now we know the problem. Now we want to solve it. So now, and first instance, the first thing when you are trying to solve it, you have to analyze the issue. What do you actually want to solve? So that was like the way we did the first question. So that was the answer. So let's start. So this is project 2. That's question 2, and